It's a beautiful day. We got beautiful views. What do you say we go for a ride? Sounds good to me. Hey everyone out there, how's it going? Welcome to Virtual Road Trip. As always, glad to have you along for the ride. And I got a special one today. It was about a year ago, maybe a little more, that I recorded my first video. I uploaded it about 2 months later to this channel, and that video was through the Minnewaska State Park. Back then, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, not like I know now. But I figured I'd head back up here and really do this beautiful place some justice with better equipment and a little more knowledge, I think, at least I think a little more. So definitely on this beautiful day, definitely enjoy it because it's spectacular right now. Just a little quick tidbit for all you road nerds out there, if there are any. This is Route 4455. It's a concurrency between US route and New York State route. And it basically goes through the entire park. And will eventually, if we kept going, will take us to Poughkeepsie, New York, where the two routes finally split. I used to live in this area, and I used to take this road quite often in both directions. Any time of year it's beautiful, but right now it's definitely top notch. This area is also very prone to wildfires. Not something we deal with a lot in the Northeast, but when it's dry and you have large swaths of wildland, you can get some pretty big fires going. We just had 2, I believe, this last summer, and it's been dry. It's definitely been dry around here for a while. So, like my last video, I'm a little late on releasing this one. This was recorded late October. Like I said in the last video, the dry weather and just the conditions from this summer caused the leaf changing to be later than usual. Usually by late October it's all gone, but it was peaking around late October this year. I mentioned this just to say that this December, now that it is December, I'll be going out some more. It's been a little wintry here in the Northeast. Not a lot, just a little dusting of snow here and there. Maybe an inch or two up in the mountains. But it's gonna get cold very soon. In fact, it already is. And I'm gonna be getting out there soon to do some wintertime driving, because that's got a beauty all its own. Minnewaska State Park is named after Lake Minnewaska, which is one of the sky lakes of the Shawangunk Ridge. These lakes are fed only by rainwater and also have no outlet, so they're drained by evaporation. The park also has a much larger lake called Lake Owasting, which can only be accessed by hiking to it. You can't drive to it. My plan is, although this might have to wait till spring, to go up to Minnewaska and do a hiking video both for Lake Minnewaska and, if I'm really ambitious, Lake Owasting as well. So hopefully we'll get to that one day. tell you a little story here. I used to work at a resort where a little north of here on the ridge called Mohonk. You might have heard of it, probably not, but it's a pretty famous resort. Anyway, this resort and the surrounding lands, they have cross-country skiing in the winter, and those trails, they're these wide carriage roads, they're called, are groomed for cross-country skiing, and the grooming is done with snowmobiles. And for a good 10 years, I was a snowmobile groomer, and I used to ride through all these lands all winter on a snowmobile with a big comb or a big roller behind me, and going 10 miles an hour for 7-8 hours in a day, sometimes at night. Those things have headlights, and they were these big 4-cylinder snowmobiles, so they were workhorses. And well, here we have a view to the south. This is the Wallkill Valley. To the southwest are the Traps, which I got a good view of in my Shawangunk Ridge video, which, by the way, will be an updated video coming out next for that. So look for that in the future. And yeah, enjoy the view. Coming up to the famous hairpin turn, which now there's lots of hairpin turns out there. There may be many in your area. This one is only interesting because it's such a heavily traveled road, and there's a lot of people who don't expect it, including the first time I ever drove up here. It was at night, and I almost drove straight ahead instead of making the turn. Here's a little bonus footage. This is actually going the opposite direction, back towards the ridge from the south, heading north, if you can follow that. I figured I'd add this in because it just came out really good. The sun was behind me, the colors are great, and I basically recorded up to the point I stopped recording in the other direction. So that's what this section is. We're getting to the end of our road trip here, so I just want to thank everyone out there for watching. Hope you enjoyed the ride, as always. And remember to comment, like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff that I always ask you to do, and some of you do. Well, most of you don't, but that's okay. Just thanks for watching in general, and yeah, keep a lookout for the Shawangunk Ridge Revisited video coming out next. And until then, you know the drill. Enjoy the ride. See you next time.